is going on with the Eagles and their wide receivers, and why are we still having this conversation? We'll talk about that and more coming up next.
The following announcement has been paid for by
The ENN Podcast.
He has a good energy, you guys.
Can you feel
Sport.
excitement? And also,
The merchandise, wearing the hats.
Is what I'm seeing for real?
Wild here live from Lincoln Financial.
I can't wait till this video is over so I can say his name anymore.
Music.
Wow.
Again, and I hate to do this again, but these are goofy.
What the hell? What is that? Whoa! What the hell?
And more.
What's his next book gonna be called?
Got you, sucker.
I see that coming.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the ENN Podcast. I'm professional wrestler, the Heart Killer, Chris Wilde, live once again from Bar 4133. We got the brand new black helmets. We got Scott Hall, Apollo, Rocky, the Hulkster. We're ready. It's WrestleMania week, and it is supposed to be the best and most exciting offseason in NFL history, and maybe it has been. I mean, think about all the trades, all the quarterbacks moving, all the big-time wide receivers going to other teams. I mean, look, the Philadelphia Eagles they made the playoffs last year. We made round one of the playoffs with a 23-year-old quarterback and a young team, a new head coach. We're on our way, and this is the season, this is the offseason that we're going to make all our dreams come true. We're going to spend the money that we have. We've got 3 first-round draft picks to trade for whoever we want or possibly pick up a young stud. It's going to be absolutely awesome. Until it's not, because it hasn't been that way for the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, everything I've said before, the quarterbacks moving, the big-time wide receivers moving, yeah, that's a reality. But one of the teams that hasn't even came close to touching that is the Philadelphia Eagles. And I got to be honest, I really thought that, I was going to be posting every single day about a new signing or about a trade or about a rumor, and there's just been nothing for the Eagles. Now, look, Howie Roseman has tried. If the rumors are correct, he's tried. He tried to go out and get Allen Robinson as a wide receiver. And that's what I'm going to be talking about today, by the way, is the wide receiver aspect for the Philadelphia Eagles, because it is a sexy, easy for me to see, sexy position on the team that we just can't seem to get enough of because we don't have enough of them. But Allen Robinson was a big name I thought maybe we could sign. Maybe you sign Davante Adams or, trade for Davante Adams. Maybe you bring him in here. Maybe Mike Williams is free from the Chargers and you can get him. There were so many guys that I thought that we could get. Christian Kirk was a name. Obviously, he wanted so much money that I can't blame Howie Roseman for not getting him. But Roseman went out looking for some guys and they just straight told the Eagles no or went elsewhere. In Allen Robinson's case, he goes to be a second wide receiver with the Super Bowl champion LA Rams in an offense that throws the ball a lot. I cannot blame him for that. Again, that Christian Kirk is paid way more than he should be getting paid. I can understand why these guys did not come to Philly. Now, one of the questions to me was, why don't we obviously have Devontae Smith, who is a bona fide stud last year in a run-based offense, again, with a new head coach, a quarterback that's just finding his way. He almost had 1,000 yards. He had more yards receiving than any Eagles rookie since Deshaun Jackson. We know that. Other than Devontae Smith, there's just a lot of question marks. Jalen Reagor has been a complete bust. The Eagles tried to sell us at Quez Watkins as a number 2. And look, if you watch this channel, you go back in the archives, you would think I was related to Quez Watkins as much as I put this guy over. But the Eagles didn't use him like a number 2 last year. They used Jalen Reagor like a number 2 last year. So now they want us to expect Quez to be that guy. I don't see it. Greg Ward was re-signed. Again, Greg Ward is just a utility player, in my opinion. And other than that, the Eagles just don't have anybody. So my thing is, if you want to find out about Jalen Hurts, if Jalen Hurts is going to be your quarterback, then you better get some guys around him. And they just haven't done that. Now, recently, they did make a signing, a huge signing, and I say that with sarcasm, in signing former Indianapolis Colts wide receiver Zach Pascal. Now, look, I'll be honest with you, being a fantasy football player, Zach Pascal has won some games for me and has beaten me in some games. He's the type of player that is good for a touchdown or 2, maybe 5 or 6 during the year, and that seems like a lot for a wide receiver, but he is still, in my opinion, and he was last year for the Colts, he's like a 4 or a 5. Now, Nick Sirianni said today during the And again, Howie and Nick were both at these owners' meetings down in Florida today. They spoke. Howie Roseman and Nick say they're both happy with the wide receiver core. Now, obviously, you're going to say that. It's nothing but chin music. They're just saying what needs to be said because they're not going to say, oh, we hate our wide receivers, we need more. But you got to be kidding me. Zach Pascal, if this is the only wide receiver signing that you make, it's a huge disappointment. Now, Nick Sirianni said that in Indy, because they know each other and they're close, that Zach could fill in any spot, and that's awesome. And sometimes he had to be their number 2 because of injury, and sometimes even their number 1. But you just don't want, if he's going to be our number 2, I mean, again, going into the season, it's a big L for the Eagles. It just is. Devontae Smith is a great wide receiver, and I can't wait to see what he does in his sophomore year. But NFL defenses and good NFL defenses are going to take him away if they don't have to worry about anybody else. I mean, I don't even think I have to say that to those of you that watch football and love football like I do. It's just a given. You're going to take away, you're going to put whoever you need to put on Devontae Smith because you're not worried about these other guys. They need a number 2 to be worried about. Now, look, a lot of these options are gone. Like I said, they're all gone. They've signed elsewhere or they've been traded elsewhere. Now, Jarvis Landry is a name that's still out there. He, of course, is looking for a big paycheck because just about every other wide receiver has gotten huge paychecks this year. We see what Tyreek Hill's getting in Miami. Of course, Devontae Adams, I think he's the richest NFL player. His contract is the biggest in NFL history. I don't know. It's close. He's close to quarterback money. And so Jarvis Landry is going to be looking for a lot of money. The Eagles, I don't think, are going to want to spend it on wide receiver. Now, you look at the draft. They're going to have to hit in the draft. They've got 3 first-round picks. Howie Roseman, where they're picking, look, a 5-year-old, my 12-year-old daughter could have picked Devontae Smith to be, a great wide receiver in the draft. Where Howie Roseman is picking, he has not been successful with wide receivers in that area. I'm thinking Nelson Aguilar, who, again, that Super Bowl was clutch for us, but overall, not so much. Nelson Aguilar, and of course the aforementioned Jalen Reagor, who's just been mind-numbingly bad. And you look where they could have had Justin Jefferson. I mean, we've said that over and over and whined enough about that. But he's just not great at drafting these guys. So I have absolutely no faith in him drafting a wide receiver. Now you look at the Cincinnati Bengals, one of the biggest acquisitions they made last year was drafting Jamar Chase. It completely changed the outlook over their season. Is there a wide receiver like that in this class? Drake London, and we'll talk about all this later on another video. I don't know. And again, I just don't trust Howie to go out and get them. And do they pick another wide receiver in the first round? Again, 3 years in a row. Doesn't seem likely, but they do have 3 of them. So who knows? So who will play number 2 wide receiver for this team? Who's it going to be, guys? Leave the comments in the comment section. If you don't agree with anything I'm saying, let me know that as well. But it's just been really disappointing, especially in this area for the Eagles, where I thought they would try to give this quarterback some help. If he's going to be your quarterback, let's see what he's got. Let's give him every single option. So that way, at the end of the year, if he absolutely sucks and is not a fit here, he can't say, well, it's because I had Zach Pascal and Quez Watkins to throw to. What do you expect? I had John Hightower to throw to. What do you expect? Greg Ward. I mean, you want to give him the players that can make a difference. And if Jalen's not the guy, another guy can come in, and he's got these weapons now. But it's still early, and the offseason's not over with, but I definitely had to get that rant off my chest because it's been there for a while. With that being said, guys, everybody, if you've not subscribed and you like what I'm saying, please hit that subscribe button. Every little bit counts. Also hit the Cash App if you want to donate to the channel. And more important than anything, guys, please stay safe, stay healthy, go Birds, and I'll see you later.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles! E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles! I need Eagle Nation to stand.